Hey everyone. So let's go over the influencer campaign sheet. So the whole purpose is to help you organize your thoughts and figure out what are the steps you need to take to get through an influencer campaign. So this first one is more for just kind of jotting down your ideas, trying to figure out, the types of adjacent markets you can go into, the types of marketing ideas you want to try out, the website you're targeting. And this is a section that I thought could be interesting to add in, which is this competitor. So this means if the adjacent market you're looking at, if there's a potential competitor in that market for you, that you should be at least aware of. So, for example, if we are a HVAC or heating and cooling repair maintenance type of business, and let's just say we identified as home improvement as kind of an adjacent market, that we want to be aware that perhaps our competitors have home improvement blogs, and as you're prospecting, you could be running into a few of those people who are also HVAC repair people. So it's just something to be aware of. And maybe it might be part of your strategy. Perhaps maybe you want to know what those people are up to, or perhaps you want to look for potential competitors, but maybe they're in a different state or country, in which means that they're actually not your competitors, but they're very relevant to their kind of audience. So definitely lots of ways you can kind of cut this, but this is how you kind of use, this first sheet is just put in your adjacent market and just kind of brainstorm of all the different adjacent markets you can. If it's just one, that's also fine too. The type of idea, if it's a one question interview, if it's a guest post, if it's like a co-article, where you write an article together, or perhaps you're doing an infographic. Just different ways, and really it's up to your imagination to how you want to work together and partner with the prospecting influencer. And domain, and then competitor. Cool. So the second step is this is where you're going to start jotting down your prospecting. So this is where you're essentially going to go into Google and you're going to type in, home improvement blogs, or chefs or cooks, whatever you're trying to essentially, prospect and get more sites that you think you should be on, as well as get their contact information. So you got like a spot for the email, or you can even link out to their contact page. Sometimes you may not get an email, but you may get a contact page where you can click on a button or submit a form to them. The name, if you can get a name, that makes it even better. You can definitely get this from like their About Me page. There's a few tools out there that could possibly grab this for you, and I'll put that in the notes for you to help you figure out how to get that information, and when they last responded, and then just the stage they're in. So I pretty much put them in 5 stages. If they're net new, you haven't even contacted them, that's the stage that it's meant for. If you contacted and it's kind of in progress, great. So now you know that that's in the works. If they said they have no interest, then you can say no interest, cool, mark them off the list, and move on to the next one. If you have finished your campaign with them, then you just perhaps need to follow up with them and make sure that you let them know that you've posted it, or perhaps you just want to follow up because you have reached out to them but they haven't said anything back. And then finally, just you've completed it, they're done, you've responded to them, you followed up with them, they got everything they needed from you, you got everything you needed from them, and there's nothing more to do. So that's kind of how you're going to use this sheet. It's really going to be where you place all your links, where you can put all your email, all your information, and then start knocking them down one by one as you start sending out emails. Now, for the email part, I have put it in this Excel sheet, and really probably the best way to do this is in Word. But I thought, to keep everything together, I just put a simple email template that you could use, or just use it for inspiration. You can definitely play around with this, make it your own, be as genuine as you can, and just use this as a starting block is all this is used for. So it's always here, and you can always essentially use it, so you're not starting from scratch and you're trying to think of how you could create a email template. Cool. So that's pretty much the influencer campaign. The last thing to do, and as I mentioned in the previous like worksheets, is to always do file, make a copy, and that will essentially give you a copy of your own, as well as let you edit and actually type into the document. So if you have any issues of, hey, I can't access this document, hey, I can't, edit the content or whatever, just do file, make a copy, and put it in whatever folder you'd like to. It could essentially be my drive is like the default one. You will need a Gmail or a Google account. They're free and usually really easy to create, and I suggest just getting one. It's good just in general because you do get a whole lot of Google Suite or Google features and products that are also free. So yeah, just do that, copy it, and put it in your drive, and then it's all yours, and you can just change things, add things, whatever you would like to do. And yeah, that's about it. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, best of luck.